For decades, it has been a sea of peace, but now Chinese and American analysts fear the South China Sea could become a flashpoint for military conflict.
Because of some hawk school, so hawk persons, birth of our two countries, United States and China, they pretend to produce a crisis of South China Sea.
We have not heard enough from the civilians and maybe heard too much from the military on the United States side.
The Chongyang Institute for Financial Studies co-sponsored this dialogue with the U.S. Carnegie Endowment for International Peace in Washington, D.C. The goal? To calm tensions in the South China Sea.
The rhetoric of a few people in the U.S. has become blatantly confrontational.
The symposium comes just 1 week before The Hague decides a case the Philippines filed against China over the Nansha Islands in the South China Sea. Manila and Beijing have repeatedly tried to resolve conflicting claims over territories the Filipinos call the Spratly Archipelago. The Philippines took China to court over them in 2013. Now a 5-judge panel will decide whether these territories are rocks or islands. Rocks are entitled to waters just 12 nautical miles away. Islands can claim waters 200 nautical miles from their shores.
There's a high likelihood that many of these features are going to be declared not islands. They're going to be called either rocks or low tide elevations.
Both islands or rocks or even low tide elevations belong to China. So it doesn't matter whether it should be viewed as islands or rocks or low tide elevations.
Wu Shichuen runs the National Institute for South China Sea Studies. He says China's historical rights to these waters date back more than 2,200 years. To identify its territorial waters, China began using a U-shaped 9-dash line on maps in 1946. U.S. warships have stepped up patrols in the South China Sea. Washington says they're in order to protect freedom of navigation. Beijing says they're escalating tensions. Jessica Stone, CCTV, Washington.